We need to get Charles Davis and Daniel Jeremiah on to talk about Tennessee Volunteer football and San Diego Padre baseball. Because whatever the Volunteer fans felt like beating Alabama, the Padres fans knocking the Dodgers out.
Yeah, that's big time.
We were having
There's
a
some
debate.
fan bases that got to really enjoy their big-ass moments this weekend.
So my friends, we were talking
Jets
about
as
this.
well, and the Packers are not a natural
But
rival
Saturday
like that,
Saturday night, what would have been the more fun place to be in? San Diego after the Padres eliminated the Dodgers,
gas lamp,
or Knoxville after that.
I think you got to go Knoxville.
Okay.
You always got to go college campus.
Yeah.
San Diego, that was pretty nice.
Yeah, but here's the thing with San Diego. Not everybody cared, I bet.
Did they throw anything in the ocean there?
But the thing is, coming into those
seriously,
games,
did they take a foul
maybe
pole
not,
out?
maybe not.
Did they take the right field foul pole out of the ground,
into the ocean.
remove it, go all the way to that bridge, and throw it off the bridge?
Coronado
They're going to save that for the Super Bowl. I mean, the World Series.
They
rather.
didn't do that, did they?
No.
But
So
I will say,
that's the answer to the question.
But I will say, before this series, we were thinking that's going to be 60-40 Dodger fans in San Diego. No,
And it
it was like
wasn't.
99-1. It was Padres fans showed up for those games, and it really made a difference.
How do you think Fernando Tatis is feeling right now?
Well, he's got all his
A
money
little
still,
FOMO.
so,
I guess he's counting his stacks for
Probably
this
a little-
FOMO.
Probably a little FOMO.
There's an F pile, an O pile,
And I
an
didn't-
M pile, and an O pile,
And I
they all
didn't do
stack
this in
up.
Overreaction Monday, but do you think this cost Dave Roberts his gig?
It's not. He's signed. He's not. He's coming
So
back.
what? I
The
mean,
defending
Dodgers
World
don't
Series
care about
champions
money.
Coming back because what he does is he does what management
does what he
tells
does. He
him
blows
to
it in the
do.
playoffs is what he does.
It's not his.
Chris, you earn kind of some
Everybody
leeway
was-
when you win a championship.
I was
Yeah, he has an
it's like-
asterisk title from
Bro,
2020.
I was all over
exactly.
Aaron Boone on Saturday, livid that they brought in Clark Schmidt in the ninth inning. Okay, they brought in a guy named Clark Schmidt that nobody's really ever heard of outside of watching Yankee games to try and nail down that game 3 in the ninth inning. It was the first time the Yankees have ever lost, and I think their record is now 167-1 when taking a ninth inning. Taking a 2+ run lead into the ninth inning of a postseason game. It was their first ever such loss in the history of the franchise. And Clark Schmidt's on the mound and not Clay Holmes. And Aaron Boone says Clay Holmes wasn't going to pitch tonight anyway. We weren't going to pitch him unless it was an emergency situation. And my thought was if 2 on and 2 out in game 3 of a 5-game series on the road with a 2-run lead is not an emergency, must somebody's hair literally be on fire to reach that level of emergency? But then I'm sitting back there, and I even tweeted that out. And I thought to myself, I shouldn't have tweeted out because I'm sure Cashman and the rest of the intelligentsia sat down in some hotel in some hotel room or business room, suite in Cleveland and said, he ain't pitching tonight. He's down. Unless some 18-inning affair comes like we saw in Seattle occurs. And Roberts does that. Whatever they tell him, he does. And he's really good at that.
Oh, really good at just following directions?
Yes, which is what most managers are now. Scott Service, he puts in Robbie Ray to take on Yordan Alvarez because it was a plan. That was our plan. We talked about our plan. We had a plan.
But you
So we did
literally
it.
have the
So
best
that's it.
roster maybe since the 30s.
And Scott Service.
And they lose.
And Scott Service isn't going to lose his job. You know why? Because they told him Robbie Ray goes in that situation.
But they also weren't supposed to be here. The Dodgers are supposed to win the World Series and go fo and dominate everyone, and they absolutely choked harder than we've seen a baseball team do in a very long time. Usually that gets people fired.
Well, then maybe it should be everybody who puts that roster together and tells Dave Roberts what to do.
Man, you love nothing more than to get somebody fired from their job.
That's this guy right over
Holy cow, you want everybody fired.
When you're supposed to win the World Series and you tell everyone in the free world that you're going to in March, you lose your job when you lose in the first round.
He's going to take a week off if Kyle Shanahan ever loses his job in San Francisco.
I am going to go on a celebratory tour. You're going to see me everywhere.
All right.
He's not good.